A Fano commander has given an interview and he talked about the elements which are trying to divide Fano. Who is bribing Fano groups? What is the name of this commander? What did he say? And secondly, TPLF and the Ethiopian federal government are in confrontationist mode. TPLF responded to efforts by Gita Choreda for the return of IDPs. TPLF statement is alarming, it seems. Let's start with the news story about an interview by a Fano commander. The Fano commander is from Gondar. His name is Dereje Belay. Dereje Belay is an AFPO commander, Amhara Fano People's Organization commander. You know that in Gondar, AFPO and AFNF are two main Fano factions. They have been fighting each other. They killed each other's men, but a few days ago, they started a dialogue to create one command in Gondar. We saw pictures of AFNF and AFPO Fano commanders. Dereje Belay, AFPO Fano commander, gave an interview a few hours ago. What is Dereje Belay saying? Well, the Fano commander firstly said that AFPO and AFNF are working together to form a committee, and the two will jointly work in Gondar. Their soldiers will work under one command. Not new, I think we heard about it a few days ago. It means discussion still ongoing. No agreement could be reached so far. Secondly, the man talked about those elements which are trying to create divisions. He said, so many people are trying to divide us. They have been bribing us. This is the important point he raised. He said they are trying to divide us. They are bribing us. He appreciated the role of diaspora, Amhara diaspora. He said Amhara diaspora has done a lot for Fano. Amhara diaspora members are financing Fano. At the same time, he raised questions about some diaspora members. He said that some diaspora members are trying to divide Fano. So one of the reasons behind divisions in Gondar Fano is the interference of diaspora. He was not happy with the role of locals, local elders of Gondar, that these people did not make efforts to unite Fano. Dereje Belay said he will disclose the names of those who are dividing Fano in Gondar. He said Fano in Gondar, Gojam, Shoa, and Wollo are in negotiations to form one central command. Gondar is in talks confirmed. Wollo largely under one command, though I think Colonel and Meremodajo could talk. In Gojam, there are no serious issues. In Shaw, there are serious issues between Dasalin and Mekatao. And Dereje Belay's interview indicates that now all Fano groups are engaging. And we could hear a big news about creation of, about establishment of one command structure to lead all Fano groups. By the way, which diaspora members are trying to divide Fano? I don't know about diaspora people, but I think social media activists, YouTubers are taking sides. Some are pro Skandar, others are pro Zameen Kasi, some are pro Dereje Belay, others are pro Hafte Walde. Uh, People like Haptamo Ayalio, uh, people like Zemedkan Bakele, Abebe Baleo, Wensheth, others. I think they have been taking sides. Why do they take sides? I think they need information to make money. They get information from commanders. Information could be a video, it could be picture, it could be recorded statement of commanders. This is how they're making money. So they are supporting particular groups and then they give coverage to those particular Fano groups on the channels. So it's related to revenue generation, I think. And that is why they are interfering in Amhara region. They want to be the first to break news. They want these commanders to be interviewed on their channel so that they could make money. This is one of the reasons behind divisions in Fano, that Fano commanders are being used by these diaspora-based so-called journalists. Second was TPLF and the federal government are in confrontationist mode. Federal government says it is accelerating the process of return of IDPs. That is why Minister of Peace named Idris and East Africa advisor to Prime Minister Gita Choreda went to Humera town, met with Colonel Demak Azadu and Ashata Damleo. They held a meeting with the people there, and Gitacho and Demak Azadu announced that the process of return of IDPs is going to start. Gitacho there talked about my Kedra massacre too. He said the perpetrators must be held accountable. While federal government is making efforts for the return of IDPs, TPLF is rejecting these efforts. 48 hours ago, TPLF issued a statement after Gita Choreda's meeting in Humera. TPLF says that what federal government is doing in Humera on the issue of IDPs is a political deception. Basically, federal government is misleading Tigrayans. Federal government is responsible for the suffering of the people of Western Tigray. Federal government is backing militias which are being armed, trained, and deployed in Western Tigray. That is why if federal government is really sincere in solving issues, it should withdraw militias from Umera Volga Sagade. It should expel all the Amhara settlers from this zone. The settlers were brought in here in the last 5 years. And the government, which is involved in human rights abuses against Tigrayans in this zone, must be dismantled. This government is led by Demak Zadu and Shata Damlio. TPLF did not like the pictures which came out from Humera showing Gita Choreda sitting alongside Demak Zadu and Shata Damlio. TPLF wants the structure, the zonal structure in the region to be dismantled first. What will the federal government do? Will it sideline Demak Zadu and Shata Damlio for some time? During the return of IDPs, and maybe after that, new setup will be put in place here. Let's see. Federal government, I think, is working on this issue to satisfy Tigrayans, to satisfy international community that federal government wants to solve this issue. TPLF is not happy. It wants its involvement to in the process of return of IDPs. Tigray military is not on board. Tigray military chief Tigray president Dereje Belay a few days ago warned that any non-inclusive approach for the return of IDPs could lead to the eruption of another conflict. Both Tigray military and TPLF are not part of this process, which is ongoing, led by federal government to start the process of return of IDPs. That is why there are very slim chances that this process will achieve any results. Let's see. Thank you for watching.